affirming that strike on that day, which citizens say, on one hand, it's a strong message to terrorists. Others say, if we're not careful, we might be ceding, in some sense, our country to a foreign state. I'm joined this morning by a global affairs analyst, Idris Shaibu, to help us find out what exactly the elements are in these developments. Idris, a very good morning to you. I thank you for coming on the program.
Good morning. Thanks for having me. Compliments of the season.
Thank you so very much. I want us to perhaps continue this conversation from where you and I left off the other time. I mean, we've always talked about the U.S. And how it interferes in global issues. But now it has come closer to home. It is Nigeria now. It is neither Ukraine nor Gaza. Let's talk about this strike. Of course, we are now aware that the United States has been very clear about how that it has always wanted to interfere or intervene in the insecurity challenge we're dealing with in our country. But now it has struck in Sokoto State. Help us make sense of that.
Thank you. Let me say the geopolitical realities have also captured the Nigerian state.
Right.
When you look at the events, the trends across the globe, you see geopolitics tensions. So in the 2025, Nigeria as an entity is also included. It was very sad, but interesting. It's also an opportunity for us to solve our internal issues and also rekindle our relationship with a country like the United States of America. Yes, your question. The strike in Sokoto about the Nigerian cooperation with the United States before the strike has been carried out has raised concerns from different quarters, particularly from experts. Some are of the view that Nigerian government is fully aware. From your intro, you've said it, that Nigerian government have also publicly accepted that he's fully aware. But when you look deep into the issue, the narrative or official statements from both sides, you see some realignment. When you look at it technically, from different point of view, President Trump, after the strike, he was the only person, he was the first person to inform the world, Nigeria and the rest of the world, that the United States of America have carried out an attack on ISIS. And he targets as the protection of the Christians in Nigeria, the persecution or genocide in Nigeria. He have said it for long. And I don't want us to go deep into that because the good news is many are informed that both faiths are bearing the brunt of...
have been adversely impacted by this terror act.
So the good news is that obvious available record shows that Nigerians are dying, which is sad. And from Donald Trump's statement, psychologically, Nigerian government is not happy with that. What Nigerian government want is a partnership, based on fighting terrorists, not to target as defending the interests of the Christians in Nigeria. From the part of Nigeria, Nigeria is not comfortable with that. If it is about strategic cooperation, Nigeria is comfortable with that. And from the official statement of Nigeria, Ambassador Yusuf Tuga Maitama, the Foreign Affairs Minister, told us that he was on phone call with the U.S. Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, for 19 minutes before the strike and another 5 minutes before the strike. The conversation centered on the strike the American government want to carry out in the Caliphate city, you know, and it has happened, you know. But as he said it, that deep Nigeria, strategically and emotionally, Nigeria is not comfortable with the narrative. But when it comes to strategic cooperation, I think from that part, Nigeria is okay.
Do you think Nigeria is comfortable with the idea of this strike? I mean, if I want to rephrase that, do you see Nigeria probably saying, hey, we would have preferred the U.S. to adopt a different approach instead of just striking on our soil on Christmas morning?
Before the attack, after Donald Trump's genocide narrative, we've seen delegations to counter that narrative, led by the National Security Advisor, Malam Nuhu Ribadu, to the United States of America to meet Pete Hughes, the U.S. Defense Secretary, and other delegations from both countries to sit down and deep into the conversation for more clarification about the narrative, to counter it, you know. And to some extent, the United States officials were convinced, and it was reciprocated. They came to Nigeria also. Some delegation came to. Some they even went to the Middle Belt in Benue State, where you have some complex issues, particularly the killings of Christians, because Benue State naturally is a predominant Christian community. But the attacks, you cannot define it as a genocide. You know, it was revealed. Available intelligent report shows that is about the quest for resources, you know, water and land. You know, it has been there for long. So that because of that, the U.S. delegations now were convinced that okay, Nigeria really needs help. Nigeria really needs help. We need partnership, strategic partnership, and local partnership. You know, but from my observation, Donald Trump himself is not fully convinced. You know, I define Donald Trump, permit my words, as a narcissist. You know, as he prefers unilateral action. We've seen that in different parts of the world. You know, the Iran nuclear attack in June, 22nd June, when United States took unilateral attack to neutralize Iran nuclear plant.
Nuclear sites, right?
Yes, as a as a strategic defense for Israel. Donald Trump pushed Nigeria to a tight corner.
How did he do that?
Yes, he still wants Nigerian government, although this conversation, we know, I mean, the time will not give us to elaborate more. There are so many factors from the economic point of view, because Nigeria have derailed from his economic partnership from the United States of America, according to many observers. But for the purpose of this conversation, let's center it on the recent strike. Now, Nigeria found itself in a tight spot from the diplomatic bargaining or negotiation, because when the delegation met in U.S. and also in Nigeria, there are a lot of talks, negotiation, you know, bargaining chips. Donald Trump still want to carry out that attack, you know, as a way of pleasing the far-right Christian fanatics in the United States of America, and also those that are providing those information, amplifying those informations that there is a genocide in Nigeria. But good number of Christian, liberal Christians believes that Nigerians are dying. It's not centered
across religious divides.
Across religious, that is the good news. You know, when you stick to these sentiments, you get it wrong.
Let me ask you this. I mean, just in line with this commentary that you're advancing, when you look back now, maybe with benefits of hindsight, what do you think was the motivation for, or what provided the basis for someone like Senator Ted Cruz coming up with all of this? Because he is the vector, so to speak.
Thank you very much. There are so many factors. Internally, there is a failure from the part of the government.
Which of the United States or
Nigerian government?
Nigerian government, right?
Yes. You know, governments before now, for a decade, that we've experienced, we've started experiencing these attacks, particularly from the northeast, Borno, Yobe, and other, and Adamawa, Gombe, even down to Bauchi from 2009. Government before now have failed, even though there's some level of improvement. President Buhari have initiated the multinational joint task force. The part of the countries that have signed that initiative have withdrawn. A country like Niger, as a result of the coup. These are some of the, because the crisis, the conflict is transnational. If you are looking, you should look at it beyond Nigerian shores. You know, countries that have surrounded us is from the Sahel. So there are serious factors surrounded the killings in Nigeria. Again, Donald Trump's posture to police the world is also another factor. He has said it before, even during his first tenure. He told Buhari, President Buhari, President Buhari, openly that, why are you killing Christians? And it was because we have a station ambassador there that was able to convince them, and lack of an ambassador in this government is also one of the factors, because if you have an ambassador in our missions abroad, particularly our frontline partners like the United States of America, he or she in a way will apply some diplomatic mechanism to convince the United States of America that, look, we have complex issues in Nigeria. There is no genocide in Nigeria. Because when you talk of genocide, it's a very sensitive issue. We have seen genocide in different parts of in different parts of the world that has been carried out by the government itself. When you look at Gaza, many people are aware that's a very deep conversation also. And if you look at what's it called? The Aung San Suu Kyi, Myanmar.
Myanmar, yes.
We have the Muslim minorities, the Rohingya Muslims that have been. You have persecution of Muslims there is very obvious. Even the world condemn it. We have
and you have a similar scenario said to be playing out in China as well, with minority Muslims being prosecuted.
Yes. You are absolutely right. So what I see is that Nigeria government needs, I think we need to apply local mechanism. Nigeria government is not ready to see a global partner to come and champion the cause. Nigeria want to do itself, because Nigeria believe that our military and other security agencies are up to the task.
Are they?
That is from Nigerian side. I'm not defending the Nigerian government. I'm just saying.
Okay, you're trying to state what their mind is.
What their mind
is. Thinking.
Yes, I will elaborate. But when you look deep into it and the procurement, I've said it before now, the procurement part of it, the corruption in the military and other security agencies that have also affected, that has brought us to this stage. These are germane factors that we need to look into it and also address them for us to have peace in the country.
All right, let's take a quick break now, everyone. When we return, we'll talk about hardware. We'll talk about, like you mentioned, procurement, for example. We're seeing a couple of military chiefs, especially after leaving office, being indicted by anti-graft agencies, especially the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. But after this break, we're going to look at the gamut of problems and what can be done at this point to salvage what already is a very nasty situation. Do stay with us. Global Morning is your top morning show here on Global Television.
We bring you fresh news updates daily while delving into a variety of current affairs and topics.
And at the same time, keeping you well informed about important events, both national and internationals.
Global Morning serves as a valuable source of information, helping viewers like you start your day well informed.
Stay connected from Monday through Sunday to a wide range of latest news making rounds on Global Morning.
We're on the road to protest.
And the president meets all of our demands.
This is Global Morning.
Idris, there are people who believe that this strike should have happened in a place like Borno in northeast Nigeria or Zamfara in northwest part of the country because by their own reckoning, these two states evidently the hot spots of insecurity in Nigeria. Is that your position?
Well, not really. If you look at available data, it's not new to us that that corridor, Sokoto, Zamfara, even Kebbi, is under siege. The Lakurawa terrorists that have been there 2017 or 18, thereabout, terrorizing, kidnapping, and even involving armed robberies in that corridor. So for the strike to happen in Sokoto, to me, partially, is a good strategic move. Sometimes you don't, many are expecting the strike to be launched in the epicenter, like Zamfara or Maiduguri, where you have ISIS there. Because Donald Trump's statement was that it was an attack on ISIS that are terrorizing Christians. That was his narrative. We have Lakurawas there that are also linked to the Al-Qaeda from the intelligence report. And before this strike is being carried out, there is some behind-the-scene moves from both sides. Since United States and the Nigerian government agreed, Nigerian government have agreed that they are fully aware that they provide the intelligence. And this is happening in your country. So for the strike to be carried out in Sokoto, I don't think is a miscalculation of fighting the terrorists.
So you're saying this was absolutely strategic?
It's strategic. And I will urge the United States of America and other global partners to support Nigeria strategically, with military equipment, arms and ammunition, intelligence sharing, counter mechanism, to fight the marauders or the people terrorizing us in Nigeria. And to furthermore, Maiduguri, the northeast, that has been the epicenter of the terrorists. Don't be surprised. United States of America, maybe in a way, maybe another time we might I'm not saying, I'm not very sure, but Donald Trump have surprised Nigerians with this attack.
Right.
Many believe with the diplomatic moves by the Nigerian delegation, maybe in a way it will result to, supporting Nigeria to take the lead, not for the United States of America and come and take the lead. That is why experts shows concern that United States of America have violated Nigerian sovereignty.
With this action?
With this action. And history shows us that countries, especially when they find themselves in a deep, if they found themselves in a complex situation, always solve the problems themselves. For example, the Rwanda genocide. It was Africa that solved the Rwanda genocide. It wasn't United Kingdom. It wasn't France. It wasn't United States of America. It was Africans themselves that solved the Rwanda genocide. Because what Donald Trump did can create more hatred between between the Nigerian Muslims and Christians. This is the time for the believers in Christ and Islam to unite more, to re-engineer their mindset, to have the belief from the obvious reality that is a battle against Nigerians, not a particular sect of religion. When you free your mind from moribund and primordial sentiments, you see everything clearly. Last week, Wednesday, in the evening prayer, there was a suicide bomb blast in Maiduguri inside mosque.
Inside the mosque, right.
Inside the mosque.
And lives were lost.
So even before now, we have seen a replica of those attacks. So this shows that it is Nigerians that are dying.
All right, just two more issues quickly before we end this conversation. Let's talk about, as it stands today, the issue of procurement, right? We're seeing allegations of corruption. Many of them, the numbers are very disturbing. In fact, they almost make your head spin. One would have thought that we are finding commensurate results, looking at what we are investing, what we are budgeting, and even releasing as we get to read the news for issues around insecurity, because insecurity or security matters are issues of life and death, no doubt about that.
Yes.
But how do we also deal with corruption in that all-important sector, beyond just running around politicians who are referred to as politically exposed people? How do we address insecurity that seems to have found some sort of residence, so to speak, within the heart of the security space?
When you look at insecurity, is very complex because you are having a problem that is difficult to address. Because when you have a problem here, it gives birth to multiple problems. And it is the responsibility of the government to protect the lives of, and properties of the citizen. Corruption has become a cankerworm. It's not even peculiar to the military itself across agencies, To address that, I think the stakeholders in the military and other security agencies need to be, we need accountability, when you are given these tasks, to carry out. Do it diligently. We need transparency in this sector because innocent citizens are dying here. Because by the time you use a fund provided to purchase military equipment to fight these enemies, and you've diverted or you've cornered it to your private account, or you are also being part of the people or actors supplying weapons to these enemies, you are not helping the issue. You know, what I will advise the military to, because there are allegations from different quarters that militaries and some security agencies are involved. Some, as alleged, are involved in diverting public funds meant for addressing insecurity. I think it is a challenge to the military authority and other security agencies to be accountable in this tax.
All right, lastly, let's take a minute to look at the appointment of retired General Christopher Musa as the new defense minister. There are people who say, look, this is, I mean, largely, this is a welcome development. President Bola Tinubu has placed a square peg in a square hole. To what extent does that address the challenge of insecurity?
Yeah, it's a plus. Looking at his background, he has been a career military officer, and his track record when he was the Chief of Defense Staff before Mr. President relieved him from that duty. He's a very fine gentleman, and when you look at the official mandate of the Ministry of Defense, you know, is about supervision, you know, administrative tax. But side by side, supervising these military heads, the Chief of Army Staff, Navy, and Air Force. I think Christopher Musa needs to work hand in hand with partner with the service chiefs in order to address the insecurity in Nigeria. You know, it's a very, it will give him an edge coming from that background. But from another angle, the Ministry of Defense wasn't established, you know, to provide these, let me say, deeply kinetic measure. From the founders of democracy, Ministry of Defense was found to protect democracy. So I want to be a little bit controversial. Ministry of Defense, many Nigerian presidents, they prefer civilian to head that.
As against someone with military background?
Yes, because they want their own to be there as a defender of democracy.
And you believe that's the ideal thing to be done?
That it was, and somebody like Mr. Tinubu, who is a general in democracy, a defender of democracy, he has been on that path for decades, prefer a civilian. That's why I said I want to be a little bit controversial. It was a result of callings from different quarters. You know,
so would you say General Christopher Musa came highly recommended?
Yes, he came highly recommended, particularly from the public, Nigerians. I think it was Nigerians that have appointed Christopher Musa because Nigerians are not happy with the Nigerian government, particularly because of the insecurity. So that is why Nigerians naturally or strategically are looking for good hands. That you cannot blame Nigerian though, because we are feeling the heat. So they want to see a messiah, somebody that we deal with these enemies. So for us to have development in the country, we have been lagged by. We are going back on the world stage. Our foreign policy has been affected. Nigeria is a strategic partner on the world stage, but because of this insecurity is drawing us back. Look at it for the past 2 years now. We don't have ambassador. I've said it so many times.
Right.
You know, what of the internal ills? We need to address poverty, unemployment. You know, these are fundamental factors that Nigeria need to address. And if you look at the global politics again, many Nigerians or Africans should not be surprised that we live in a world that there's anarchy. You know, the international politics is characterized by anarchy. There is no world police. if you say you are a sovereign state or you are an entity, you are banking on a larger entity to come and save you, I think this is the time for Nigeria to take responsibility to solve Nigerian problems.
And take its own destiny in its hands.
Yes, because there's anarchy. There's no 911 to come and save you. Even if a larger entity pronounce that it's coming to save you, I see it as a great gift because it will have some implication. We have a military capability. Donald Trump looking at American military capability, the standard, you believe with me that United States has that military capability. So United States, in a way, through Donald Trump, who is the drama king, want to show its power. So it's a test of dominatory tendency, posture in the African continent.
But you are saying that Nigeria must take responsibility for its own security.
Yes, Nigeria must take responsibility.
We'd like to say a big thank you to you, Idris Shaibu, for coming on the program.
Thank you.
We appreciate your insights. We'll take a quick break, everyone. Shortly, Priscilla and I will come wrap up Global Morning for you. Do stay with us. Global Morning is your top morning show here on Global Television.
We bring you fresh news updates daily while delving into a variety of current affairs and topics.
And at the same time, keeping you well informed about important events, both national and internationals.
Global Morning serves as a valuable source of information, helping viewers like you start your day well informed.
Stay connected from Monday through Sunday to a wide range of latest news making rounds on Global Morning.
We're on the road to protest.
And the president meets all of our demands.
This is Global Morning.
Global Morning is your top morning show here on Global Television.
We bring you fresh news updates daily while delving into a variety of current affairs and topics.
And at the same time, keeping you well informed about important events, both national and internationals.
Global Morning serves as a valuable source of information, helping viewers like you start your day well informed.
Stay connected from Monday through Sunday to a wide range of latest news making rounds on Global Morning.
We're on the road to protest.
And the president meets all of our demands.
This is Global Morning.
The issue around insecurity in Nigeria is apparently a developing story, and Global Television will continue to track all of these challenges for you as they unfold and Nigeria eventually wins against these enemies of state. I'm Wuyi Agmofwebe, send a big thank you to you for watching.
And I'm Priscilla Obasi, wishing you a beautiful day and a Happy New Year in advance.